Recovery effort underway after an American Airlines jet crashed into an Army helicopter near Reagan National Airport, of course, near Washington, D.C.
Yeah, the terrifying collision was caught on video by an observation camera from EarthCam. You can see the exact moment that the two aircraft collide in midair. You can see the fireball there. It happened just before 9 p.m. last night. Officials are still trying to determine what caused that crash. We know that minutes before the jet was landing, the American Airlines jetliner was asked to switch runways. They were asked to switch to a smaller runway. They were originally supposed to land on a much larger one that is more commonly used. So they diverted and altered their flight path, started their descent, had their, banking that left turn to land. And that's when they had a rapid altitude loss. Air traffic controllers did try to warn the helicopter to pass behind the jet moments before the crash. Two different audio dispatches to that helicopter. The helicopter pilot, however, did not respond. Now, hundreds of first responders are there at the freezing Potomac River working that scene, trying to, of course, federal investigators are there now trying to map out that crash site. And investigators, unfortunately, saying that there are no survivors.
Dozens of bodies already pulled from the river, and those first responders are going to continue working, they say, until they've recovered every body. Shannon Murray here with what we're learning about some of those people on board. Shannon?
Yeah, Lauren and Braden, U.S. figure skating confirmed some of its athletes were on board that plane. And they had just left Wichita, Kansas after competing in the U.S. figure skating championships. The American Airlines jet carried 60 passengers and 4 crew members when it collided with that Black Hawk helicopter carrying 3 soldiers. First responders have recovered the bodies of 27 passengers from the jet and 1 from the helicopter. Officials are still searching for other casualties, but say they do not believe there are any survivors, which would make it the deadliest U.S. air crash in nearly 24 years. At Reagan International this morning, American Airlines CEO Robert Isom said 100 AA team members will be working with the victims' families to assist with travel, hotels, and any other needs.
Absolutely heartbroken for the family and loved ones of the passengers and crew members, and also for those that were on the military aircraft. Our focus right now is doing everything that we can to support all of those involved and also the PSA Airlines team. This is devastating. We are all hurting incredibly. We urge any family.
U.S. figure skating released a statement confirming several athletes, family members, and coaches were returning from the National Development Camp in Kansas. They wrote in part, "We are devastated by this unspeakable tragedy and hold the victims' families closely in our hearts." The Kremlin has confirmed that Russian figure skaters and other Russian nationals were on the plane, including 2 former world champion skaters, Evgenia Shishkova and Vadim Naumov, who won the pairs title at the 1994 World Championships and competed at the Winter Olympics twice. They are listed as professional pairs coaches on the website of the Skating Club of Boston. Their son, Maxim Naumov, is a competitive figure skater for the U.S. American Airlines has also set up a helpline for the family and friends of the victims. That number is 1-800-679-8215.